Welcome to your grounding, gentle stretch. Hi, friend. I am Katie Arnold. Welcome to my channel. Today's practice is a short, gentle stretch to help ground our bodies for those times when maybe your mind is feeling a little bit scattered, if you've been running from one place to the next, and what you need is actually to ground down into your body. Today's practice is designed to help you do so. Props wise, you don't actually need anything. I will say though that a block could be a nice to have. Also, if you are someone who likes to sit atop the edge of a blanket or a pillow or something like that in seated postures, you might want to have those nearby as well. For anything you actually need today, nothing. Just nice to haves if you like them. So go ahead, roll out your yoga mat if it's not already, and meet me right back here. All right, so we're going to get started in a seated posture. Like I said, if you like to sit atop the edge of a blanket or a pillow or something like that, feel free to slide that underneath the sit bones. I am sitting on the edge of a pillow. So finding relief for this, any seated posture that feels grounding and feels supportive. And think about really just doing that, grounding down into your sit bones. Finding length up through the spine, up through the side bodies. Letting the crown of your head pull up towards the sky. And just take a few moments to get out any wiggles, any fidgets. Finding a place that truly feels supportive, maybe rolling the shoulders down your back, wiggling out the arms a little bit. And bringing your hands down onto your knees so palms are down. That practice alone is a physical practice of grounding, grounding down our energy. You can close your eyelids or soften your gaze. We won't be here too much longer. Just start to leave behind whatever came before this. Think about releasing any worries of whatever may be coming after. And can you come into this moment, this time together on our mats? Take one more breath. If you are sitting atop a blanket or anything, go ahead and slide that out from underneath you and meet me in a tabletop position. Wrists are going to come underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And then inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, coming through cow pose. Exhale, belly button to spine, chin to chest for cat. Inhale is that cow, heart shines forward, gaze pulls forward. Exhale through cat, spine rounds, pulling up towards the ceiling. Take 3 more rounds on your own. Using that whole inhale, that whole exhale breath. Exploring your body, what you need out of this cat and cow. Maybe your breath is a little faster or slower than mine. Final round. And come back to that neutral tabletop position and step the right toes to the back of your mat. We're going to start to shift the hips back a little bit, and you'll feel that stretch likely along the back of that right leg, coming into a little calf stretch. That's where I feel it for the most part. You might feel it in some other places as well. And so knowing that that's okay if These poses feel a little bit different for each of us. Our bodies are all a little bit different. Take one more round of breath. And start to shift the hips back forward just a little bit. Lift up the right toes. We're going to step that right foot all the way to the outside of the right hand. And then once you get there, you might slide that left knee back a little bit. We're coming into a lizard lunge. Those right toes are pointing to about 1 o'clock here. And breathing into the hips. Softening in. And we're going to stay in this lizard lunge. Keep that left hand down. Take that right hand, just bring it to the inside of the right thigh, taking a gentle twist here. So opening up that right shoulder. And I like to think about that right hand just gently guiding the right knee away. It's not really putting any pressure at all. It's just a gentle guide. One more breath. And bring that right hand back down to the mat. Curl the left toes under, lift that left knee, and then step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. We land in Malasana, our yogi squat. Now you have a few options here. So feet are about as wide as your yoga mat. Palms are at heart center, elbows on the inside of the knees, pressing the knees away. So if this is good, you can stay right here. If this is too much, you can take that squat a little bit higher. Or if you did grab that block, you can sit on that block. And we have 3 different heights that you could use. So finding what works for you. And actually, this feels great for me today. So I'm going to stay right here in this supported Malasana. So I want you to know there's always options here. Meet your body where it's at. And wherever you are, let those palms press together. Take one more inhale. Plant your hands down and exhale, forward fold. Let your hips go high. Move that block out of the way if you used it. You can walk the feet in a little bit if that feels good. You can let the arms hang down heavy. You can grab on to opposite elbows. You might sway the hips side to side like I am if that feels good, or you might hang in stillness. I want you to listen to your body. I want you to notice if you try something on, if I'm doing it and it doesn't feel good in your body, then I want you to not do it or not do it today. Take a step back. Take a big breath in. And exhale, release those hands down. Heel toe the feet back together. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine, flat back. And exhale, plant your hands down, step it back to a tabletop position. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, just one round. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, our cat pose. Inhale back to that neutral tabletop. And then step the left toes back. Start to shift the hips back and breathe into the back of that left leg. One more round of breath. Shift the hips back forward a little bit. Step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. First is that lizard lunge. So you might slide that right knee back a little bit. Left toes pointing to about 11 o'clock this time, and just stay up on tall arms. You might be able to come down onto your forearms, but for today's practice, let's just stay up on those tall arms. Not trying to take anything too deep here, and we're not here too long either. And really breathe into those hips. You'll notice sometimes I take some really gentle sways when I'm in a lizard lunge. I can Sometimes find just small adjustments to the posture as I do so, and I can find a place to almost settle in a little bit deeper. Take one more round of breath. And keep that right hand down. Take that left hand to the inside of the left thigh. Give that gentle guide away, taking that gentle twist. Left shoulder pulls back. And plant the left hand back down. Curl those right toes under. Lift that right knee and step that right foot to the outside of the right hand. We come back to that Malasana Yogi squat. So you can take the same variation that you did on the other side if you took it a little bit higher or if you sat on the block, whatever works for you. One more breath in. Bring your hands to the mat and exhale, let your hips go high. Come back to that forward fold. Arms hanging down or grabbing on to opposite elbows. Swaying or not swaying. Maybe shake the head yes, shake it no. Noticing if there's any tension in the head and neck. One more round of breath. Exhale, release any bind. Heel toe those feet back to hips width distance. Hands to your shins. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Come all the way back down to a seat. So I'm going to recommend cross-legged, but really you can take any seated variation that feels good to you. And once again, ground down through those sit bones. Inhale, sweep those arms out nice and wide, palms meet overhead. And then exhale, bring that right hand down beside that right hip, left arm reaching over to the right bicep by your ear. Inhale, bring it back up through center. And exhale, take it over to the left. Left hand plants right bicep by the right ear. Inhale, up through center. Exhale, over to the right. Ground down into that left sit bone. Inhale, up through to center. Exhale, take it over to the left. Think about pulling that right hip down. One more time, each side. Inhale, up through center. Exhale, over to the right. Pause and hold here. One full round of breath. Inhale through center. Exhale, over to the left. One full breath. Inhale through center. This time, exhale, twist to the right. Left hand crosses to the right knee. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand crosses this time. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist to the right. That right hand plants behind that right hip. Inhale through center. And over to the left, planting that left hand behind you. One more time, each side. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist right. Let's take a full round of breath. And inhale through center. Exhale, twist left. Full round. Inhale, center. Exhale, bring those hands back down to your knees. Roll the shoulders down your back. Come back to that place of grounding. Again, to repeat this mantra to yourself, I am grounded. I am grounded. I am grounded. Inhale, sweep those arms out nice and wide. Let your palms meet overhead. And exhale, let your hands come down through heart center. Thank you so much for joining me. Om Shanti, peace. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice today. I hope you are leaving feeling more grounded in your body, in your mind, in your soul. And if you don't already have my free, simple practice for stress relief, I will leave a link in the description below. It is a guided meditation with accompanying journal prompt to help you when you are in those moments of stress. And really, it would be a beautiful practice to add on to today's movement practice. So thank you so much for joining me. If you are not already subscribed, please take a moment to do so. It helps more people find free yoga just like this class that you took today. And otherwise, I will see you back on your mat for your next practice.